Feel the spike. The match about to go on here is between the Nigerian Customs team and Ghana Kalibi Volleyball Club. It's the women encounter. And I tell you what, these two teams have won their first two matches and by extension have qualified for the next stage of the competition. This is the last group stage match between the Nigerian Customs and Kalibi. I tell you, we are in for a cracker as both teams have shown incredible volleyball in their first two matches. Wow, Toyosi, she gets one past the block there. Beautifully done. Her birthday was yesterday. We celebrated her loudly here in Ghana. Well, you can't say this is an encounter between Ghana and Nigeria. The Ghana-Niger is extended into the game of volleyball. We are excited though to have the Nigerian Customs team join us here. You watching us online, do well to share, comment and like. And let's have a beautiful game of volleyball. We are in the first set now. The Nigerian Customs team lead by a point. The second referee signals for a net infringement. Ajara on your screens now. The service line. Wow. Chiamaka makes soft work of the Ghanaian block. Oluwatosin at the line. Shamaka was going for the dink, but discipline blocked there. Wow. Zeifa. Number 14, watch out for her. A powerhouse of the Kalibi Volleyball Club. She did not come to play. Uzeifa Umar. Stephanie serves in. Wow, beautiful selection. A change of pace and change of direction by Uzeifa. She's very tall. And as you can see, she used her height intelligently on that play. 4-3 is the scoreline. Unfortunately, Patience hits out of bounds. Again, volleyball is a game of angles, a game of precision, and a game of the slightest margins, as well as the softest touches. Chiamaka has been blocked. Wow, right on cue there is her captain, Kelechi Genevieve. Watch out for this lady. She's a powerhouse. Your shot now is Aisha Umar and Chinaza. I tell you what, we are in for a cracker. Each team trying to outdo the other. Aminata there gets one past the block. Wow! Super spike there by Huzefa. She in your screens and in your shot now. You see Kelechi trying to map out how to pick or receive that ball. Huzefa there. Wow! She comes up with a monster block there. Nicely strategized by the bench and the technical team of the Kalibi Volleyball Club as they've opened the 4-point lead. We are in for a cracker here. That's an out ball as Aliat is going for that intelligent play that did not get the angle and missed the court entirely. Immediately, coach of the Nigerian team called for a timeout. For two things: to minimize the damage, break the rhythm of the Kalibi Volleyball Club, and also a third one actually to relax her ladies and get their heads into the game. We are back on court. Aminata still serving. We have a massive rally developing here. I was expertly put away by Patience. And immediately, the Nigerian Customs team signaled for a substitution. They've just exchanged setters. And Aisha Umar comes in for Aliat Usman. The setters are the talisman, or in this case, the talis women of their various teams. They have the formations and they call for strategies of attack. They spot the block of their opponent team and devise a strategy to outwit that block. Rather unfortunate there from Huzefa. She serves into the net. This is a cracker here we have on our hands, with both teams winning their first two matches. The winner of this match will automatically top their group, and then will make a statement of an unbeaten run in the Super Volleyball Championship 2025. For now, Kalibi leads by 6 points. Ajara there on your screen. Oluwatosin encouraging the Customs team. Toyosi has been shut down. A monster block there by Ajara. And she's happy as she puts one and shuts down Toyosi, an outside hitter. Can see Chiamaka encouraging her there. Oluwatosin unfortunately did not get the line. And the Kalibi Volleyball Club are in a comfortable 8-point lead. I tell you what, I did not see this coming. Wow, the ball is coming back and it does. We have a rally developing here. Unfortunately, Kelechi's opposite attack did not cross the net nor touch any blocker. And that's Kalibi Volleyball Club in a real lead now, 15-6. I just hope that these unforced errors will not come back to hand the Kalibi team, as Grace fortunately says beyond the line there. Aminata receives. Wow! Ajara goes to the line. You see Aisha there apologizing to her team as she could have done better. Coach Danlad, congratulate Ajara on your screen now. I tell you what, she's a powerhouse in the volleyball or in the Ghana national volleyball female team. And that was an infringement by Aisha as she's coming in from the backcourt, and hence she cannot jump and send the ball beyond the net. Let's all note this as the Kalibi team open a 10-point lead. If you are from the backcourt, you are supposed to, in as much as you would like to jump in the front court, whatever you do with that ball should not cross to the opponent's court, as it will be whistled as an infringement against you. See Coach Abeku there and Coach Kashmir Agbenyaga. And that is the men from the Nigerian Customs team. I see Taiwo there, I see Favor trying to support their ladies to victory. Wow. I tell you, Kalibi Volleyball Club are in a very, very comfortable lead. This is the kind of lead you look for, or the kind of position you like to be in the game of volleyball. It's a dream position now, an 11-point lead. With a top team like the Nigerian Customs team. Kalibi would like to make a statement in this year's SVC. This is their maiden competition though, or their maiden appearance in the SAC Super Volleyball Championship, and they are making a statement. Top referee whistles for an infringement against the Nigerian Customs team, as there was an overreach by their blocker, the setter of the Ghana, and you can see there their men team are not happy as they try to debate the call. I would like to see a day and a time in Ghana volleyball where we have the challenge system for the coaches and an instant replay system where the coaches are able to call for a challenge on the calls of the referees and also try to see whether the call was valid or invalid, of which the point might be returned or might be gained. I'm sure we will soon reach that stage. Kalibi maintains the 10-point lead, and Huzaifa, so far, she's the woman or the lady to watch out for. Massive impact in the Kalibi volleyball team. That's her on your screens now, receiving instructions from Coach Danladi. Huzaifa goes for the power tip there, and that's a point. Viewers, I tell you, the game of volleyball has developed so much so that initially or before, that play would have been whistled for an infringement. But again, we look for newer ways to make points, and then we look for development that we can all agree on, and that was a powerful power tip there by Huzaifa. Aminata there, unfortunately, did not get the ball pass. The net there, and Ajara is trying to encourage her, uplift her spirit. Volleyball is a very psychological game. Wow. Huzaifa gets that narrow angle, very sharp, right into the corner there. Exactly, you see Chiamaka explaining to the defenders on how they could possibly defend her attack. The blockers of the Customs team are letting and Kalibi volleyball maintains that 10-point lead, but a monster block there by the Nigeria middle player Blessing. She put one on Huzaifa, who has been perfect so far. Recovered. A free ball. Wow, that's a miscommunication from the Kalibi team. And immediately, Coach Danladi calls for a timeout to minimize the pain. They still lead comfortably, though, by 8 points. And you can see Coach Olayinka also, yes, you can see the action there. Dink it behind, do this, do that. It's easier said than done though, but she knows her ladies very well. Again, I will say that a lead in volleyball may be wiped out so quickly if you lose concentration as the team in the lead. And Coach Danladi and her ladies know this very well. They are 3 points away from winning the set. We shall see. Unfortunately, Chiamaka serves out, and that again is the effect of a timeout. It is to break the rhythm of the server, break the rhythm of the team, and there is a higher probability of you, the team that called for the timeout, to receive or make the next point. We are on now. Ajara does a beautiful thing there. A well-disguised attack. That's one of the weapons of an outside hitter. Seeing that she is in trouble, finds the space right behind the block. Wow. She has come on and she's making impact there. Precious. I must say that the Kalibi Volleyball Club are on a set point now, 24-17. That's unfortunate by Precious. And this brings us to the end of the first set, with Kalibi going ahead by a set, 25-17. An interesting encounter we have on our hands here. A very, very interesting encounter by the Kalibi Volleyball Club with their maiden attendance to the SAC Super Volleyball Championship are making a statement for themselves, and that's one of their supporters there on your screens, showing the Ghana flag to the Nigerian counterpart. Aha. Aha. I cannot hear him, but you can tell from his reaction. Aha. Again. It's exciting here at the Borteyman Sports Complex, Accra, Ghana. And we are in for the 4th edition of the SAC Super Volleyball Championship, ably partnered by the EIB Network, sponsored by Creator Sports and Entertainment, Jata Cement, Japan Motors, Perla Mineral Water, Red Bull, NASCO Electronics, Soccer Bet, the Mailbox, LKD Graphics. We are also supported by the Ministry of Sports and Recreation, National Sports Authority, and the Ghana Volleyball Federation. I've been joined in studio by Mohammed. We famously call him as Mo. He's the lead organizer of the SVC and the CEO of Kratos. It's been running for 4 years now. Mo, welcome in studio.
Thank you very much. I can see that I think today's game is very interesting. You have two champions playing, you know. Customs represent the champions of Nigeria, and Kalibi also, they represent the champions of Ghana.
Yes.
Kalibi League winners and winners of the champions of champions also.
Wow.
So such an interesting game. I mean, I'm really having some fun, organizing and having fun at the same time.
It's a beautiful day in volleyball. Well, welcome once again. If you've just joined us, this is the second set of the match between Nigeria Customs. Mo, thank you very much there. We are in for the second set as the Kalibi Volleyball Club gets a set pass. Their Nigerian counterparts. The second set is underway. Ajara right on cue, but nicely dug. Good up there. Well, oh, unfortunate there. She could not reach that ball as it was nicely defended. Chiamaka doing the defense at the line. That ball at that time went long. Ajara hit wide and out of court. I tell you what, the Nigerian team, as we heard from Mo earlier, the champions of the Nigerian League, have met the champions of the Ghanaian League. And this, I dare say, is the match of the champions. So far, the Ghanaian champions have edged one set past the Nigerian champions. And this is fast becoming a Ghana-Niger encounter. Wow. Aisha aces Ajara there. And I like her serving position and where she sends the ball, because the setter of the Kalibi team will be making her entry from that angle. She changes the service though. Wow, Precious gets one past the Kalibi block. As they would like to stage a comeback. To level the game and then the set. We are live here, the Borteyman Sports Complex. Wow! A powerful attack there through the pipe by Huzaifa. She, I dare say, is the best player so far on court. She has made most of the points for the Kalibi Volleyball Club. It's a huge, lanky figure for a lady. Ajara serves, but into the net. Aisha Umar on your screens now. Right, encouraging the ladies. That's unfortunate. Precious serves out of bounds. If you can join us at the Borteyman Sports Complex, perhaps the better for you. But if not, you are watching us online on YouTube, on the Facebook and on X. This is the SAC Super Volleyball Championship 2025. The lady who got that spike cross court is Chiamaka of the Nigerian Customs team. Huzaifa goes for the power tip. I tell you, there are a lot of weapons available for an outside hitter. The power tip you saw there is one of them. You have the brush out where you find the fingers of your blockers, particularly the one closer to the line. And you have, if you can, and as always, a powerful spike across court. That's a beautiful play there. Nice middle combination between Aisha and Blessing. He gets one past Stephanie. Watch out for this lady, Kelechi. She goes for the float, but serves into the net. Kalibi trailing by a point. Huzaifa goes for the float service as well. Oh, that's a miscommunication. You can see Coach Danlad not happy. These are minute mistakes and very small as they come. May come back to haunt you within the course of the set. Ajara powers through the block there as she finds the fingers. We are in for a cracker, I can promise you. As we speak though, the Nigerian Customs team are down by a set, yet they lead 8-7 in this set. Wow. Brilliantly done by Kelechi. (9-7) is the scoreline. Ajara has been dagged. A rally developing here. Beautifully done there by Grace. She's not the tallest on court, but I tell you, the Kalibi ladies have demonstrated a hard and stubborn heart. That's unfortunate one-hander by Lydia, the libero for Kalibi. Toyosi Aishat Abdurrahim comes in for Precious. Wow. And they form a combined block to shut down Ajara on that play. This is the Ghana-Niger match. And rightly so. The Ghanaian team has edged, or they are in the lead with a set, but they are down 12-8 in this set. You can see Coach Danlad speaking to Ajara on her reception. We are in for a cracker. With the Nigerian team down, I know they will do everything possible to be able to win this set and level the match. The set apiece. You can see Chiamaka there saying, calm down. They lead by 4 points. They seek to put this set to bed. Once again, the timeout has favored the team that called for it, in this case, the Kalibi Volleyball Club. I am amazed at that statistic though, but it seems to be working. Once you are behind or you are losing focus, just call for a timeout. And there's every possibility that you may win that oncoming point. But Ajara gives that ball or that point back to the Nigerian Customs team, serving into the net. Wow, Aminata finds the space between the block. I tell you what, Chiamaka is coming with a fire. The scoreline now 15-10 in favor of the Nigerian Customs team. (15-10) in favor of the Nigerian Customs team. Oluwatosin at the service line goes for the float. Oh, that's quite unfortunate. As they sought to shut down, you can see Kelechi can beg a smile. She was early in the air in an attempt to shut down Huzaifa. 11-14. 11-14. That's an out ball. That's unfortunate. I think I made a mistake with the scoreline earlier. It's now 12-14. The Nigerian Customs team lead by 2 points. And like I have kept saying, a lead in Ghana volleyball or a lead in volleyball around the world is no lead at all. As a perfect service run from your opponent, one with a very heavy service, with precision and with tactical intent, may close down on that lead. Wow, beautifully done there by Stephanie as she goes behind Elizabeth for that beautiful formation. This particular formation is mostly used by the ladies. In their game. Kelechi powers one to the line. Lydia there could not handle the fire at the time. Her team encourages her. Scoreline now 16-13. Wow. Blessing shuts down Stephanie. They open yet another 4-point lead. Chiamaka. Ajara went for the tip but was recovered. That's unfortunate by the captain of the Nigerian Customs team, Kelechi there, Genevieve. As here disappointed. Zefa and Ajara having a chat there. The ball did not make it past the net. That counts for an infringement. Once again, the lead shrunk down to 2. 15-17. Wow. Aisha Umar is not the tallest on court. And she gets one past the block. The Kalibi Volleyball Club that time. Grace on your screens now, the middle blocker for Kalibi. Unfortunately, Toyosi Aishat Could not get this past the net nor the block. 18-16. This is just the second set, and you can see a lot of energy demonstrated by the girls. Top referee, popularly known as Pusher, the volleyball circles in Ghana. Wow, a rally developing here. Unfortunately, Kelechi could not get the ball past the net. And thus their lead shrunk back to 1. I told you, and I've kept saying, that the lead in Ghana volleyball or in volleyball across the world may be wiped out by a perfect service run from your opponent. It's an interesting day for Ghana volleyball and for volleyball. This is the SAC Super Volleyball Championship. We are in for a cracker here. The match on your screens now is between the Kalibi Volleyball Club, the Nigerian Customs team. Kalibi leads by a set, and this is the second set. Kalibi has just effected a sub with Mary coming in for Aminata at the opposite row. Once again, the gods of the timeout establish that probability, that high probability. Let's see what comes out here. Unfortunately, Mary did not get the fingers of the 12 block. The Nigerian Customs team, who now open a lead again to 3. 2017. We are in for a cracker here. Amazing. Mary goes cross court. Nicely defended there. A free ball. Ajara comes in and powers her way through with that amazing cross-court spike. Coach Dan Ladi congratulates her, yet coaches her on the sidelines. Watch out for this lady. She's a powerhouse, I dare say. Wow. Intelligent service there also. A free ball. Zefa goes for the power tip. Wow. You can see the Nigerian coach there was not happy about the handling of the ball at the time. Zefa blocks but out. The lead back to 2. These are supporters of the Ghanaian team. I can see there. Precious comes back for Toyosi there. Grace at the service line. Oluwatosin Gets one past the block and she goes to the line to serve. Wow! Huzaifa comes back strong and powers her way through the block there. She hits way above the block. Incredible volleyball by number 14 of the Kalibi Volleyball Club. She's putting them on the map. And in this game, the scoreline now is 23-20. That's rather unfortunate. She serves into the net. Aminata there. I tell you what, you cannot lose concentration in any part of the game while you are on court. And it pays off. The float service for Kelechi. Aisha Umar comes out for Patience. This is a strategic substitution. And this brings us to the end of the second set as the Nigerian Customs team win the set 25-20. Viewers, I told you that we are in for a cracker. The Ghanaian team took the lead. The Nigerian team have equalized. And this is just the second set. We just ended. If you just joined us, we are live at the Borteyman Sports Complex, Accra, Ghana. We are live on GHOne. We are live on all the social media networks and platforms of GHOne. We are live on X, Facebook. We are also live on the Super Volleyball Championship YouTube platform. It's an incredible match developing here as both teams, the Kalibi Volleyball women's team and the Nigerian Custom women team, won their first two matches in their group stages. And this is their final match in the group stage. The team that wins this match automatically tops the group. And it's a cracker already with one set apiece. Can see Coach Kashmir Agbenyaga speaking to Huzaifa there. She might be disappointed with that set. You can see Coach Dan Ladi exactly demonstrating the action of a block. As I've usually said, that if your hands do not go beyond your net into the opponent's net or into the area of the opponent, then when the ball is hit and it touches your palms, they may drop into your court. The game is developing beautifully here, with one set apiece. We are about to begin the third set. There's a poll online, and I'm sure viewers would like to register. Their teams and then speak about who will win. I see on the pool that Most of the Ghanaians have voted that Kalibi Volleyball Club would win. Well, we live to see. It's the Ghana-Niger or Ghana versus Niger version of volleyball. And this is the SAC Super Volleyball Championship 2025 in Accra, Ghana. Third set underway. And right there, the Nigerian custom team draw first blood. This is a match to watch as all the fans are on their feet now on the Nigerian side. Wow. They begin to tear away gradually. Again. Aisha Umar. Aces Ajara there. That service there is coming in quick and very confusing if you are behind the ball. And again with that tacticality, that same way, the air currents behind and under the ball may drop drastically, just like you saw. 1-3 is the scoreline. Wow. Beautiful piece of volleyball play there. You spike, it will be defended and then returned to you with interest. Elizabeth. Wow. Beautiful done. Ajara is on fire. As they level the scores there, 3-3. It's one set apiece, and we are also drawn in the third set. 3 points apiece. What a match it will be. That's unfortunate there. Again. Volleyball is about the slightest touches. It's about inches. Hence, oh, that's unfortunate. There was a net touch. Call against the Kalibi team, Stephanie. Right, another net fault. And five-4 is the scoreline. And the Customs team lead by 5. Wow. Beautifully defended. And shut down there, Kelechi Chiamaka, I beg your pardon. Luatosin at the line, Buki. She serves into the net. Quite to the displeasure of her and the team. Those services are very dangerous, and then they come to you with speed and then has a wicked curve in the air. Wow. Chiamaka there fired up. She gets one past the block. Can see her there. Number 20 shirted lady. She's on fire. Both teams are trying their best to shut down the powerful attacks of each other. But again, Huzaifa proving too strong as he goes on top of the block. Finds the cross court. Wow. That's unfortunate. The ball goes out there. And we are leveled once again, 7-7. What a game we have on our hands. We are one set apiece. The first set was won by the Kalibi Volleyball Club, 25-17. And then the Nigerian Customs team came back to win 25-20 in the second set. This is the third set. And Chiamaka, who is putting on a show here, aces Huzaifa. Once again, the effective use of the float service. Right there, you can see their coach on your bottom left jubilating. I tell you, those services are not coming in cheap. They are not cheap at all. If you are beyond the net and it is being served for you or to you, you will have a difficult time because it's coming in fast and it's coming in with a wicked curve. It's not easy. These ladies are doing very well, and Coach Danladi calls for a timeout to calm her ladies down, ease the pressure of them. And also, like you can see him directing that if Huzaifa is to go forward, then Ajara will cover to help pick that pass. That's a free ball. Wow. Way above the block there, Huzaifa. She, I dare say, might be the best scorer in this game and perhaps in the tournament. An incredible player she is. Massive attacker there, beautifully done there by the discipline of Hajara's block. Standing her ground and making sure she guides her side of the court. Here we go again. Ajara finds the fingers of the block. And once again, we are tied. We are leveled both in set and in points. This is the third set. What a match this is developing into. Wow, beautiful up there. Chiamaka gets the friendly tip of the net, as can see her there. This is the match of the champions, as the Nigerian team, the Nigerian custom team, were the champions of the Nigerian League, and Kalibi Volleyball Club ladies were champions of the Ghanaian League. A match of the champions indeed. We are tied by a set, and we are also tied once again in the third set, 11 points apiece. It's a beautiful screenshot on your screen. 11 or 1-1-1 on both sides of the score line. Wow. What a match this is developing into. Whoa. Kelechi at that time gets one past the block from the opposite position. The substitution coming in for Aisha Umar. See, she's not happy. Aliat Usman takes her place and she's on to serve. Wow, that's a tactical service there, as you, the receiver, may take a gamble. Is it out or is it in? How do I handle this? That's an out ball. Match to the happiness of the Kalibi team. 12-13 now is the score line. Elizabeth, also a tactician of the float service. Wow, Ajara finds a space by the block of Toyosi, and Kelechi is not happy, the captain of the Nigerian team. Can see Aliyah. Also not happy, as she could not defend the line. That's a block out. The customs team are not happy, as, if I guess right, like the top referee is signaling that it was a block touch, and hence a point to Kalibi Volleyball Club. Wow. It's amazing, but the Kalibi Volleyball Club have now taken the lead. The scoreline now is 15-12. Can see the Ghanaians supporting the Ghanaian team. Beautifully done there by Kelechi. She powers through. Once again, the effect of the float service felt right there. It's a huge gamble, the float service. The ball is not rolling in the air, nor is it changing. It has a wicked pace. Wow, Ajara was dug, but there was a net infringement against the customs team. Kalibi leads by 2 points. Ajara goes to serve, and that brings Uzefa back to the front court. She has been a nightmare for the customs team so far. Beautifully done there. Kelechi goes above the block and put one past the tall block of the Kalibi team. 15-16. She serves out. Patience there. That's quite unfortunate, and that's a free point. You would have wished, or should I say, I would have wished that you serve to your opponent, who would definitely have to make a play in attack to get a point. But with such a free gift of a service out, Zefa powers through. She's been dug. A free ball now. She's been repeated. She gets the fingers of the block there, re-establishing their 3-point lead. Stephanie. Wow. Beautifully recovered out of trouble. And Chiamaka does it nicely with a brush out. 16-18. Wow. Nice recovery. That's unfortunate for the Kalibi team as they infringe the net. A net touch. 17-18. Kelechi. Intelligent service there. Wow! Adara comes through the pipe, powers away. You can see Kelechi apologizing that she could have done better on that play there. Mary serves. Beautifully defended by Adara there. That's unfortunate by Grace. Volleyball is very psychological, so when your teammate even misses a point, you would want to encourage her rather than to get angry like most coaches and fellow players would do. Once she is down psychologically, it may rather come back to haunt the team. Beautiful pickup there. Josefa has been shut down by the combination of Blessing and Toyosi. Then a timeout has been called as we are leveled. Coach Danladi calls for a timeout. What a match this is developing into. A set apiece, and we are tied in the third set. Wow. We are joined in studios, or I'm joined in studios by our very own Benghazi Ben. We've been here for a while. What do you see so far?
Amazing stuff we are witnessing here at the Borteyman Sports Complex. Obviously, with the Nigeria Customs teams who have been in some imperious form, taking on our very own champions of the Women Gava League, Kalibi volleyball team, women I mean. Awesome match is what we're expecting here, and we are currently getting as it stands now. So 2 sets apiece, so one I should say, 1 set apiece, so it has been 25-17, that is for Kalibi, and then 20-25, of course, that is Nigeria Customs. So we are in the third set, and 19-9 as it stands now, and a wonderful point won there by Kalibi.
Once again, the timeout gods have favored the team that called for the timeout. I think that this statistic may be etched into the annals of volleyball history concerning the team that calls for a timeout and then the possibility of they winning.
That's a good one as well.
Yes,
good
Kelechi.
Point from Kelechi for Nigeria Customs. So neck to neck at this stage 2020. Live from the Borteyman Sports Complex. Good serve from Nigeria Customs, but the attack coming from Kalibi, and it's been well blocked. Wonderful retrieve or reception there. That's a wonderful spike from Kalibi. It has been well received, and a return favor there. That was a monstrous spike coming in from...
Super spike there by Toyosi. She's come from the bench with some fire now.
Amazing game we have on our hands here at the Borteyman Sports Complex. Nigeria Customs 21, Kalibi 20, third set. Wonderful serve comes in, it's well received by Kalibi. And they get the ball into the section. And so 4 times.
Yes, those are 4 touches as the 2 players, the passing unit of Kalibi, were in some form of confusion there. It hurts the team.
So a point for the Nigeria Customs, up by 2 points. 22-20 they serve. Well received, and Kalibi will form an attack. Good one, but it's been again recovered beautifully, and that's a good point. Wonderful dink. He looked good for a spot, and he got the ball right on that spot to win the point there for Customs of Nigeria.
As simple as it comes. Find a space. You can get points by any means necessary, not just through a powerful spike, but through what you've just witnessed.
She is on the serve, and Kalibi needs to be careful. That's a wonderful reception, and of course, the Nigerians will go in for an attack, and they were looking for a dink, but it didn't work out. Attack comes in from Nigeria Customs, and again, they will grab the point. They are on the brink of a set point at this stage, 24-20 for Nigeria Customs. Nigeria Customs on the serve for a set point here. It has been received though by Kalibi. The spike comes in, it's a good one, and she wins the point for Kalibi volleyball team in Ghana, or from Ghana.
I tell you what, these are the very crucial moments in the game. As if you don't maintain your lead and keep your head in the game, you may lose that lead and lose the set rather painfully.
And that is it for Nigeria Customs. It clearly is a routine. It was a good spike. The block came in, but not good enough. And so Kalibi will lose his set. Nigeria Customs up by 2-1.
Yes, and I said earlier that we may possibly have the entire 5 sets on this game because of the quality of play and then the intensity of the match. So far, you can all see, viewers, that this is developing into a wonderful match between the champions of Nigeria, the Nigerian Customs team, and then the champions of Ghana, Kalibi Volleyball Club. What a match we have on our hands here.
Absolutely great game we have on our hands. There's a 2-1 lead for Nigeria Customs at this stage. And I'm sure Kalibi will attempt to plot a comeback, because if Nigeria Customs win the next set, they are going to be progressing or grabbing the win, I should say here. And Kalibi, who clearly are the women champions of Ghana volleyball, will have other ideas up their sleeve.
That's
streaming live true. On social media, Facebook, YouTube. This is the SAC Volleyball Championship, live from the Borteyman Sports Complex here in Accra, Ghana. If you're watching us in Nigeria, you're watching your Nigeria champions in volleyball, Nigeria Customs, taking on that of Ghana, our champions in Ghana, Kalibi SC Volleyball. Great game we are witnessing.
So both teams in their earlier group stage matches have won, and they are level pegging also on the table with 6 points apiece. Hence, the winner of this match automatically wins the group. That is why we can see a very tight match on our hands.
Very, very tight game we have on our hands because these two are indeed giants in their own right in the group. Like you heard Cornelius indicate, both these teams are pegged currently on 6 points from 2 games they have played and won. The winner of this game obviously will win the group and progress to the next stage together with the runner-up, obviously. But of course, it will mean then that the opponent at the crucial knockout stage will be determined accordingly. You're live on GHOne TV, live on social media as well. On the social media handle of
Super Volleyball.
Absolutely. So we're waiting for the tester to start here. I tell you what, it's going to be an amazing, amazing set. 2 sets to 1 lead for Nigeria Customs, who are in their white apparel or jerseys over green shorts, with Kalibi also in their green and yellow strips. So we are back on the court and ready to go for the 3rd set. Some shuffling being done by the Nigeria Customs team to prepare themselves for what possibly could be a deciding set in this encounter between Kalibi Volleyball team and Nigeria Customs. The 6 ladies on each side of the court are ready. The umpire and officials are just waiting for the last minute changes being made or shuffles being made, so we can get ourselves going, and Kalibi will be serving to tee us off in this set.
Elizabeth on the line there. Aliat.
With a good serve. But as always, the Nigeria Customs will receive, and that's a wonderful dink. It has been saved though by Kalibi. Beautiful recovery from them. But again, attack comes in from Customs. And again, recovery was sweet. And of course, a wonderful point won by Hussefa for Kalibi Volleyball team. That was a wonderful spike.
Yes, she's doing the most. I mean, for all the sets being played so far, it's easily to say that she is the best player on court for Kalibi.
And that's an ace there for Kalibi. Beautiful ace.
Yes.
To win the point there for Kalibi. Again, Elizabeth.
Yes, Elizabeth, the effect of the utilization of the float service, it is coming with you with some tricks in the air. And then if you are not able to detect carefully, you may not be able to get a good pass on the ball.
Elizabeth again on the serve. A good one, recovered beautifully though, and that's a wonderful spike from the Customs team. Brilliant.
Right. Yes, this is what we call, the trick shot, as the hand moves across her body onto the other side.
So Customs with a serve now. It drops, recovered, and the attack from Kalibi is a good one. The block from the Nigerians was not good enough.
Yes.
And so a point for Kalibi. 3-1.
Volleyball is a game of touches, and the smallest touches and the softest ones also can make you points, not just the powerful ones, powerful attacks.
Kalibi on the serve now. Brilliant service. And well recovered. And of course, Nigeria Customs will nip this point. The Libero tried to recover that ball, but it was not enough. She couldn't do enough to retrieve it. Customs on the serve. Good serve comes in. Well received by the Libero. And the attack is on for Kalibi, but it's been recovered. And net infringement. And so It is a point there for Kalibi for the net violation from Nigeria Customs. And the attack is on again from Customs, and again,
wow,
floating in the air for that spike.
Chiamaka did not come to play. She's serious. She wants to close this game as fast as possible. She gets one pass, the block to the line there.
Brilliant from Chiamaka. And so they are on the serve. A Kalibi attack now, and there it is from Kalibi as well. Ajara with a wonderful spike for Kalibi. They are back in it. They lead 5-3 at this stage in the fourth set.
Yes. Ajara and Huzaifa of Kalibi are doing the most for their team, as well as Chiamaka and then Kelechi also doing the most for the Nigerian team.
And that's a wonderful move there from Customs. But again, the attack comes in from our good lady Ajara, but unfortunately into the net, and so a point won there for Nigeria Customs. Nigeria Customs on a serve, 4-5.
Beautiful
well
float service.
And again, Ajara goes in for a dink this time round, but it's been recovered, and Customs will attack the net. Well, Ajara again with a wonderful spike, but well recovered. And attack comes in again.
Wow.
The block service was brilliant. Again, it goes in, and
that's unfortunate.
Beautiful game there.
You can see Ajara is not happy with herself. She could have done better there on that play. But once again, Kelechi and Chiamaka doing the most now. Kelechi at the line.
The serve comes in from the Nigerians. Ajara goes in again with a wonderful dink. Attack comes in from the Customs team. Beautiful recovery. Ajara returns the favor, and again it's been recovered. This is brilliant volleyball action live at the Borteyman grounds, and a point there for the Customs teams from Nigeria.
And they take the lead. I told you that a lead in volleyball may be wiped out just by a brilliant service run, a defense, and an attack by your opponent, and we've seen that from Chiamaka in your shot.
The Customs again on a charge. Ajara will float one in beautifully, recovered though by the Nigerians, and again Chiamaka.
Wow, she has found space on the side of the block there, and as she attacks the line severally, and like I've said in other broadcasts, the outside hitter's position comes with so much weaponry. She aims for the line there. See on your screens now, very powerful outside hitter for the Nigerian Customs team. She aims for the line, and if you don't get the line, you may get the fingers of the blocker, and then the ball may go outside, out of bounds. That's a point to you.
There seems to be an injury to a player from Kalibi. She's down on the court. She seems to have an issue with her knee. She seems to have an issue with her knee.
Yes, that is a very vital part of the human body for we volleyball players, as most players who have developed knee injuries early in their careers find it very difficult because it supports your entire foundation and your ability to jump. It's quite an unfortunate injury though, but we hope she's fine and then she's ready to go.
She's up on her feet, so I presume at least he can continue the action here. The umpire is having a word with Ajara of Kalibi, who's a captain for Kalibi volleyball team. So the umpire is done with his word to Ajara, so the game will now resume. Again, a serve for Nigeria Customs, who are leading here by 7-5. 7-5 to the Customs on the serve. And the libero receives very well for Kalibi. But again, the attack comes in from the Customs team, and again, brilliant spike.
Patience with that cross body hit there.
She looks
Beautiful
very young.
spike, yes.
So Nigeria Customs 8-5 the lead now. The serve comes in again, beautifully received there. Ajara goes in for a spike. The block comes in, but of course, out the ball lands, and so a point for Kalibi. 6-8, they trail against Nigeria Customs. Ajara now on the serve for Kalibi volleyball team from Ghana. It's Ghana versus Nigeria. The Jollof Turf war is on. Who wins this? And that's a wonderful thing there from Chiamaka. And unfortunately, miscommunication between the Kalibi players, and so a point for Nigeria Customs.
Rather unfortunate. I tell you, both teams have seen that the powerful attackers on each other's side are doing the most, so they put their taller blockers on those sides.
Chiamaka on the serve, and that's a poor serve from Chiamaka, unfortunately.
That is quite unexpected of her, considering her powerful attacks on the outside hitting row. She apologizes to her teammate. Like I was saying earlier, both teams are doing well to put their taller blockers on the powerful attackers of their opponent, so as to mitigate those attacks.
And unfortunately for Kalibi as well, they serve out, and so they return the favor to Nigeria Customs. And there's a young lady on the serve now. She looks very, very young.
Patience
with a serve. Let's see. It's a good one from Patience. Received well though by Kalibi, and the spike comes in, and it's been recovered by Patience again for Customs. They go in with attack. Near confusion in their attack there, but Kalibi again with a spike. Brilliant from Josefa, who picked an injury earlier on. Full spike from Josefa.
She's hitting the ball way above the block there. The block did not even get a touch. So to talk about giving the backcourt defense a chance to recover.
You're live from the Borteyman Sports Complex in Ghana. Super Volleyball Championship. Kalibi with a serve, 8-10, sorry. Beautiful spike, and the block does its work. And Kalibi will save it. And that's a wonderful attack there. Recovered beautifully as well by Customs. Brilliant recovery from Kalibi. And a smash comes in. Again, recovered beautifully. This is a game of spikes.
Yes.
Brilliant.
This is volleyball as a rally developed beautifully. Attack, receive, set, attack, receive, and then it goes on and on.
That was a brilliant rally. Good exhibition for volleyball. Nigeria Customs on the serve now. It's a good one. Received beautifully though. And the attack again will come from Customs. Well, Kalibi into the net, unfortunately. So a point again for Nigeria Customs, who, if they win this set, will run away with this game. They lead 2-1 as it stands now. They're up 12-8. Kalibi must fight back. But the attack comes from Customs. Received the free throw by, and that's a brilliant spike.
Wow, a nice cut, and finds a space in between the block there, or around the block. So by any means possible, make sure you make a point or get a point, whether by a power tip or a nice cut there.
Brilliant serve. Well received by Nigeria Customs, and the spike is out. So a point for Kalibi. Are they on a comeback? And the time has been called by Nigeria Customs to try clearly to break the rhythm of Kalibi, who seem to be on a recovery path. 10-12 as it stands now against Kalibi volleyball team.
We are in for a cracker. This is just the fourth set, and I can anticipate that we might go for the full 5 sets for this game.
That will mean Kalibi must win this set.
Yes.
If they don't though, and Customs win this, it's done and dusted. So Kalibi on the serve. It has been again received beautifully. And that's a wonderful thing, but recovered beautifully by Kalibi. The attack is on. Beautiful recovery again. Ajara with a spike. Well recovered. A wonderful exhibition ongoing now, and net violation against Customs of Nigeria.
That's a net violation to which Kelechi is not happy. And you can see that the Nigerian coach as well is not happy. But I ask myself certain questions like this, like if the attacker touches the ball and then a blocker goes to block and the net shakes, whose fault is that? Is that the fault of the attacker or is that the fault of the blocker? And I will argue that once the attacker touches the ball, that means that he has or she has contacted the ball in air. So who else can touch the net rather than the blocker? But sometimes the ball hits the net and there's a confusion on that note. But at the time, the infringement went against the Nigerian custom team.
Unfortunately, Kalibi was serving to the net. A poor one from a player of quality and caliber. Customs on the serve, 13-12. And the umpire having a word with the captain of the Nigerian side, Kelechi. And so Customs defending beautifully. And they will go into attacking now. Chiamaka. The ball has been recovered beautifully by the Nigerian side. Kalibi on the attack again now. Ajara goes in with a spike. Beautifully recovered, and it's an in ball. It's an in ball.
There's a clear confusion on the part of the referees. But for where I sit, I saw an in ball.
It was an in ball. It clearly was an in ball. If they did VAR, you should contact some of us. We provide VAR for them.
So Ben, I've argued earlier that I would be happy to see in a subsequent tournament set video assistant refereeing, or should I say the challenge coming on that note, but we will just have to agree with the referees on these ones.
And so we are back in court now. Wonderful serve, beautifully received there by Ajara. Attack was not strong enough, and so recovered. Ajara with a spike, but the block was brilliant from Customs, and so they are up 16-12 against Kalibi volleyball team.
She was going for the line shot there, but the ball was not high enough, and she hits into the net. Kalibi are down by 4 points. Yes, they are not out, because we've seen time and again that a lead in volleyball may be wiped out within a twinkling of an eye. Immediately you lose focus, even for the slightest moment. You may have yourself to blame. And see Coach Kashmir Agbenyaga speaking to the ladies there of the Kalibi Volleyball Club, encouraging them. It is possible, somebody said. Coach Abeku also coming close to perhaps put a word or two.
Customs on the serve now. Well recovered or received, and the spike comes in. But again, the recovery is always brilliant. Ajara goes in now, sets the ball up for. Oh, that's easily recovered by Nigeria. And then there they go again now. Chiamaka Chiamaka again on the spike, attacking the ball with all the energy. Once you see her floating in the air, you know what time it is. So 17-12 for Nigeria Customs. Getting closer to closing this game up. Ajara will attack now. It has been recovered though by the Nigerian side. And again, Chiamaka. But the block was brilliant. The captain goes in with the spike. Ajara goes in.
Wow! She finds the space between the block. Interesting moments there. Beautiful volleyball.
Kalibi volleyball team, privately owned volleyball team in Ghana, formed not too long ago, and already are champions of the GAFA League in Ghana. Kalibi who needed an attack. And Nigeria Customs will come in again now. Guess who? It is Chiamaka together with her colleague win the point there for Nigeria Customs.
Those are some points that you wish that your opponent may not find advantageous against you when the ball is right on the net. It may either go for you or your opponent, so you might want to be blocking at the net at that instance.
Nigeria Customs on the serve, recovered though by, and brilliant ball again by Ajara to win the point for Kalibi volleyball team. 14-18, this is still by 4 points. We are streaming live on YouTube.
Right, and then we are also live on Super Volleyball Championship YouTube page. You may want to be there, and then I see online that the chat are discussing a lot. Chichi is getting a lot of comments. Number 20 of the Kalibi team, or of the Nigerian Customs team.
So much power behind that spike, and unfortunately it went out. So a point there for Nigeria Customs. Clearly Chiamaka, or Chi as they call her, is a star woman in the in the Customs team from Nigeria. Brilliant serve, but recovered beautifully by Ajara. Will win the point again for Kalibi volleyball team.
I see the Nigerian team have re-strategized, particularly with their blocking, knowing definitely that the ball will go to Ajara because both teams have stopped utilizing the middle row, and therefore...
Oh, there she goes again now, Chiamaka. When she floats in the air, you know what time it is. If it was in basketball, we would have said it's dunk time. But in volleyball, clearly, spike time.
Yes.
And there she's on a serve, good serve. But it's been well recovered. And what was that?
That was a miscue.
Oh, too bad.
An unforced error when your team is down by 6 points.
And the coach for Kalibi called for a timeout. But well, he's told to hold on. And so game goes on. It does go on. Attack comes in brilliantly. And that's a good point there, GHOne.
Zephyr, right on cue. She has done the attacking for Kalibi. Hopefully, they dig themselves up this 5-point deficit.
It is a 5-point deficit now, 21-16, so 16-21. Kalibi on the serve. On the service line. It is a good one. Whoa. Well, great play from Kalibi. And as always, the Nigerian Customs. The setter is so brilliant.
Yes, and that's why they are part of the, or should I say they are the most valuable players on court as they map out the strategy for attack. And with a very good setter, with a very good and experienced setter, you may have yourself a very good game, as your attackers may have a good time attacking. Huzaifa rides on cue, finds the fingers. She is doing the most for the Kalibi team.
Kalibi will try and attempt a comeback. 17-22. They trail in the fourth set. Service good. Recovered briefly though by brilliant. It was in. Brilliant attack and spike from Customs. They have just been awesome. 23-17 for Nigeria Customs. And that's a strong 7 out. She serves out to give the point away to Kalibi.
They are now 2 points away from the match, or a point away from match point, and 2 points away from winning the match.
And
That's
again,
unfortunate there.
Unfortunately, with her team trailing, she's giving the point away easily to Customs, and this is the match point. Set a match point for Nigeria Customs. And ref umpire says, hold on. Someone says, Ayeka, timeout has been called. Nigeria Customs on the brink of a match point. They are there. Just about wrapping up the game. 24-18, they lead in the fourth set. Already they lead 2-1, and so they win this and they go through 3-1. They will end the game, obviously, with that particular score. Cornelius was hoping for us to go the full haul of 5 sets, but looks as though that will not happen.
Yes, that's...
Customs had other ideas, and they are about wrapping things up in the 4th set. They have a match point, and in fact, they've got about 6 or so match points. So they are going to serve for the match here. Nigeria Customs, good serve, recovered by Ajara, and unfortunately it's all over. And the Customs team will celebrate their win over Kalibi volleyball team.
Exactly. What a win there. But what a great match. And
look at them. Look at them with a dance.
They celebrate. You can see on your screens there the owner of Kalibi encouraging her ladies.
That is Bernard Mona. Bernard Mona is the owner of Kalibi volleyball team. But in your shots now, the Customs, the ladies are having a wonderful celebration. And there they are, Kalibi, with their owner, Bernard Mona, join them on the court to encourage them. And so beautiful game we have witnessed here between Kalibi of Ghana, the Ghana champions, and then Nigeria Customs. And it's all over here with end of game scores. Nigeria Customs 3, Kalibi volleyball team in Ghana 1. Brilliant game, and a win there going the way of Nigeria Customs. So it means in the group, Customs will end with the maximum points from the 3 games, 9 points for them.
Yes. And
Kalibi will finish second on the 6 points, yeah?
From where I sit, and by my rough calculation in the other games, as Custom tops their group, they may possibly meet Army or Ghana Police. And so information reaching me is that Army won their match against Ghana Police ladies. So by calculation, it will mean that the Army ladies will face Kalibi ladies in the semi-final of the SVC 2025, and Customs ladies, the Nigerian Customs ladies will face Ghana Police ladies in the semi-final. This has been a wonderful piece of volleyball game here. It ended 3-1 in favor of the Nigerian Customs team. We have been yours truly, Cornelius Nikpakwankra, and I was joined by Benghazi. See you in another broadcast.
In just some few minutes time, we'll be back with a lot more from the SAC Volleyball Championship here at the Borteyman Sports Arena. See you soon.